we're seeing a lot of people focusing on the new threats, on the perceived new threats, on the perceived 0 days, on the increased tensions that are coming from the global geopolitical landscape, especially given the war in Ukraine. Now, whilst some of these threats are worth looking into and some of these threats are worth being very, very much aware of, we often tend to overblow some of these threats. We tend to focus on the new whilst forgetting that there's a huge amount of machines out there that may not be patched, that may not be updated, and that the old attacks still work. A good example of this is the US government releases often a list of the vulnerabilities that are being exploited by the criminals right now. And what's interesting about this list is that very rarely is there a new vulnerability on that list. The vulnerabilities that the criminals are using to compromise companies around the world are generally the old ones, the ones that they've got the exploit code for. So in terms of what threats should businesses care about at this moment in time, I would say ensure that you understand what your network looks like to the attacker. It's all well and good having huge amounts of money being invested in latest EDR software or XDR software, in having a brand new SOAR platform, and having all of these kind of technologies deployed, if you've now got printers sitting on the internet or machines exposed to the internet that absolutely shouldn't be exposed. That's a really common issue that we often see where people are not looking at their network as an attacker would look at it. They're looking at their network from the inside out rather than from the outside in as an attacker would look at them. Ransomware, and especially the double extortion ransomware, where attackers get in and they not only encrypt the data and demand payment, but they also steal the data and demand payment not to release. It's still a massive industry, it's not going anywhere, and despite the best efforts of governments from around the world to disrupt and arrest the ransomware operators, it's still a multi-billion-dollar industry around the world. And a lot of this is all about basic cyber hygiene, making sure you've got those patches in place, making sure you've got those education plans in place, and assume you're going to get compromised. Accept the fact that you are going to get hacked and say, well, if it does happen, or when it happens, what will we do? Will we actually do wargaming right now? Will we do tabletop hexes right now to say, if someone breaks into our network, how will we handle that? Who will take the first call? These are the kind of things that prepared companies start to do today. Canon is doing a huge amount to help companies to defend against these and other threats, and this has led to us being recognized as a leader in the IDC MarketScape report. So just recently, Canon has launched a product security information response team. So our new Canon security team, product security team, is there to ensure that the products that we make are the best they possibly can be. That if a vulnerability is found in one of our products, that we react and respond in the most appropriate way to make sure that these issues are resolved. And not just resolved, but designed out of the particular product. We now have a global reporting website, which pcert.canon, which you can visit, and if you've got a vulnerability in a Canon product, you can report it there, and that goes through, and that's dealt with on a global basis, so there's a one-stop shop for reporting issues in Canon product. Canon has recently brought to market 4 specific security services to enable our customers to be more secure.